I'm here with the new DLR Waves signing from just across the river in Bohemians, Sophie Watters. Very welcome to the club, Sophie.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
How have you found it so far? I know you've been in a few weeks now. You would have had you'd have had a pre-season program, and now the last couple of weeks you've had training sessions as well. How have you found it?
Yeah, we're going into our third week of pre-season. It's really good. The training's really good. The intensity's good, and there's a good atmosphere. So, yeah, I'm excited now to get going.
And I suppose when Graham Kelly got in touch with you over the winter, what was it he said to you that kind of made you think, I want to sign for Waves?
No, he was just saying the plans and the goals that the club had and the squad that he had, that they had, and then he was just saying the structures and the training that they had in place to try and achieve them goals, and it was just really exciting.
And they haven't played Waves a few times over the last couple of years as well. It was written about the style of play that maybe you felt would suit you.
Yeah, it was always a team that you never really looked forward to playing, and you always knew it was going to be a tough game. The few games that we actually did play in the first season, they were close enough. The scoreline was close enough, but if you look at the performances, it was a little bit different. The style of play is really, really good. They always try and keep the ball down and pass it, play out from the back, which is really encouraging as well.
And as a forward-minded player, I suppose, is there any particular position on the pitch that you want to nail down?
No, I don't really mind. Somewhere in the middle, probably be one of my favourites, but I wouldn't really mind once I'm playing.
Okay, and you bring a fair bit of experience in from your time with Shells and with Crusaders up north. So, in a fairly young team, will you be hoping to kind of as well, having been captain of Bohemians last year? Are you looking to use a bit of leadership and kind of guide the younger players through it as well?
Yeah, no, I'll try as best I can to help everyone around me, and I'm sure I'll be learning a lot off everyone else as well.
And I just touched on it there. Your time in with Crusaders, you suffered a very bad injury up there, and you spent a long time out of the game. Just maybe if you could just describe what happened for us, and I suppose what the recovery process was.
Yeah, so it was just a tackle from behind, and I went down, and I kind of knew straight away I kind of knew, and then I fell on the ground, and then the player fell on top of me again. So then I knew it was kind of game over. I knew straight away. I heard a crack and that on the way down. So I tore my MCL, LCL, meniscus, and I ruptured my calf as well. So done everything kind of. And then the recovery, I think I was out for like 2 years. The recovery was obviously tough, and then I was coming back. I think it was halfway through one of the seasons, and I just said I'd hold off and try and get a pre-season under my belt and kind of start fresh instead of rushing in halfway through the season trying to play catch up. So I thought it'd be best for me if I just held out. So I ended up actually not playing for about 2 years. Yeah, the recovery was tough, but I had loads of help and support, and anytime I'm talking about it, I always say thanks to Dundalk FC and Martin Connolly, Liam Burns and Sam Rice. They helped me out a lot and probably sped it up as well for me too.
And I'll touch back on Dundalk in a minute, but I suppose just in terms of finishing last season, finishing the season injury free, it must have been a relief when the final whistle blew.
Yeah, that was actually one of my main goals for last season. It was more kind of about game time and literally just trying to get it season injury free. The season before that was half season, and I just got a wee niggle on my knee. It wasn't major. I was out for 2 weeks. But for me, like that, the goal last season was just to stay injury free. So yeah, it was a relief at the end of the season.
And having got through that barrier, I suppose the goal this season is probably to really kick on and challenge for things.
Yeah, every game that we play, we'll be trying to win, obviously, and yeah, we'll be trying to win every game we can play.
And you're one of 5 new players in the club. Yourself and Lynn Craven have both come in. Well, both come in from different clubs, but you're both from Dundalk. You touched on Dundalk FC there during your recovery as well. It seems like football for girls has really come on in the last few years up there, and it looks like there's a really good structure in place now.
Yeah, I'm actually on the committee for the Loud School Girls League, So it's came on loads and loads. I think there's over 500 girls playing now, underage up to, I think it's under 14s. So then from under 6 to under 14s, and now we have like ETP programs, and the girls are going off to the Gaynor Cup and stuff, which is really exciting for them. Something that like we wouldn't have had growing up here. We always would have had to go to Drogheda or Dublin. So it's really exciting for them, and that there will be a pathway. So then under 14s then will go up to 16s next year, 18s, and then hopefully then there'll be a senior team and a pathway then from the under 6s up, more locally for the girls.
And is that something you have a real passion for, kind of working, not just the playing side of it, kind of working and organising and you know, coaching and stuff?
Yeah, no, I just tried to help out as much as I could, and when it was kind of being formed, I was just asked kind of the struggles that was there when I was playing and the barriers, and just if I could give any input to try and help. So I just tried to help as much as I could, and it actually turned out really well. I think way better than anyone thought. It was a really good turnout every week. It started off with just blitzes, under 6s and under 8s, and there was from the beginning, from the get-go, there was I think 40 or 50 plus at each session, and then it grew, and then it became into a league, which is a league and a cup now, which is really exciting for the girls.
Just to finish up, I suppose, on your own ambitions coming into this season, I suppose, what are your hopes and expectations, and how well do you think Waves can do?
Well, for me again personally, since the injury, I have a lot of like emphasis on like injury prevention and stuff. So again, I'll try to finish the season injury free, and then for the team and the squad, we're going to try and obviously do as best we can, and we want to win, and we'll go into every match hoping to win and trying to get to 3 points.
Thanks a million for talking to us, Sophie, and best of luck with the season.
No problem. Thanks very much.